How are we doing, guys? And welcome back to All East TV. It's Ipswich 3, Leeds 4, post-match reaction. Massive win. Massive win to get. We're on the board. We're on the board and we're there, aren't we? Listen, we were waiting for a big statement. We were waiting for a big statement and we got the big statement. We went to away from home to top of the league, Ipswich, scored 4 goals, 3 goals in the first 20 minutes. It was a big reaction and a massive statement to make to the rest of the league, really. I know, listen, points-wise, we are quite a bit back. There's no hiding away from that. But Leicester and Southampton don't look unbeatable. They are the two at this moment in time that I'm looking at, but neither are cruising through games. Both winning very tight football matches, games that could easily go either way. We've made the big statement here, and it feels to me like we could be the team that puts pressure on those teams over a 46-game season. And yeah, there was huge pressure on Daniel Farke this weekend. Huge pressure. Not just because of the start to the season we've made points-wise. I think the fact that the team selection he made, it was very bold. The fact that he brought in Sinisterra and Nonto from the off, straight back into the team. It was a very interesting strategy. You've got to say it worked perfectly, but the pressure was on. Not just Daniel Farke, on those players as well. Wilfred Nonto and Luis Sinisterra. Because if they had poor games and we lost the game, they would have had a lot of stick. The narrative would have been very different on both players. We all know that. We all know they would have got a lot of stick if that had gone wrong. But both were absolutely superb. Especially Luis Sinisterra. Outstanding performance, and the performance that really says that his head's in it. Same with Wilfred Nonto as well. And yeah, we could have potentially gone 10 points behind yesterday had we lost that game. So it was huge pressure on us. No doubt about it. It's early in the season, but it was a big one to get that. The season starts here now. The season really does start here. Yes, I know it might sound like an excuse for a slow start to the season, but it's not been an ideal one. We've had far from our strongest 11s out up to yesterday. We have really been affected by the transfer window. Now we've seemed to be settled down a little bit. We do still need to make additions. I'm sure we will make additions. I still have confidence. I wouldn't say great confidence, but I still have confidence that we will make additions. I thought we maybe would have done more before this game. But listen, it feels more settled. Of course, in terms of keeping players as well, there's a lot of pressure on us now for the next 4 days. Sinisterra putting in a performance like that, there might be some late bids. Who knows? But 4 goals, away from home against any team at this level is massive, especially a team that's conceded 1, I think, in the last 11 at home before this. We tore into pieces, really, going forward, if we're being totally honest. It wasn't a straightforward game, but going forwards, it was very straightforward for us. It was just too easy for the front 4, really. And the fact that the 4 goal scorers in the game were from the front 4 was very infusing. Very good to see. That's an interesting word for me to use. But yeah, Sinisterra, Pereira and Rutter were all majestic in what was a 4-4-2 system. We went to a 4-4-2. Full on Mike Bassett style, but it works a lot better than that. Very surprising change off Daniel Farke in that respect. But I always felt Rutter would look better in the front 2, and he certainly did. Joe Perot and Rutter seem to really combine pretty well. I think they both have different strengths, but it worked well. In terms of they both complemented each other really well, I felt. And it feels like, it sounds like an exaggeration this, but it feels like we've got our club back a little bit. The last 2 years have been full on misery, and then obviously we've had a period under Marcelo Bielsa between that, but it feels like we've got a club back. It feels like that was a proper Leeds team today, where all 11 players, there was quality there. When we had to dig in, we dug in. We've got a manager that's forward thinking. The recruitment so far, there's players that want to be here. The fact that Joe Perot went to the effort he went to come to this football club. Ethan Ampadu, Joe Rodon. It feels like we've got a club back. The recruitment feels right. It feels like we're building a team that our fans can identify with again, and that's massive. That's massive. And yes, it might feel like a big thing to say after 1 win, but I felt it brewing, certainly since that West Brom game, that yes, this is what we want to see. We're doing the things we want to see us do. Of course, we still need to bring in recruitment before the end of the window. Fullback-wise, definitely. I think every fullback that played yesterday struggled defensively, I felt at times. Really struggled in some cases. Cody Drama, wow, that was not a good cameo for Cody Drama. And it's done his chances of getting back into this team no help at all. And I've been one of Cody Drama's massive supporters so far, but I can't deny that was a poor performance. I'm not going to write him off after 15 minutes at left back. He's not a left back at the end of the day. But it was a difficult one for Cody Drama yesterday. There's no doubt about it. But yeah, what that means for his future, I don't know. But we definitely need recruitment at fullback, whether it's right back or left back or both. There's no doubt about that. And as I said, huge calls team selection wise, but we got the ones right. And I think in the second half we settled down into the game. First half was quite frantic. We did kind of have to pick Ipswich off. Ipswich had a lot of the ball. Second half we kind of got a bit more of a foothold in the game. Ipswich still had moments, but I felt the goals Ipswich scored, if you look at it really, two of them were deflections, unlucky deflections for Joe Roden, and the others a horrific individual mistake off Cody Drama. I can't really think of many other saves Elan Mellier's had to make in the game, really. I don't think we were that bad defensively. I think there's been a bit of an exaggeration there, and Ipswich are a very good pressing team and a good attacking team as well. He will create chances, so I'm not overly concerned. In the games before that, I think we've looked pretty solid defensively. And yeah, the control of the game was a bit of a concern, but I think you've got to give credit to Ipswich's setup. I think Kieran McKenna set them up really well, and it was a really good tactical battle between the two managers. But yeah, looking forward, I think there's a lot to look forward to. I think when teams sit back against us, we're going to be licking our lips. You've got Sinistera, Perot, Rutter, Nonto, Somerville's come back in, maybe even Panstill as well to come into the team as well. Amiri possibly. We are going to, I feel personally, we've got a massive advantage on teams that sit back against us, and I think we're looking at a really good side now. The firepower wise, it's unbelievable to be honest at this level. This kind of firepower that we're operating with at this moment in time. And let's see how it is after the end of the transfer window. But at this moment in time, get those fullbacks signed, a bit more depth in midfields. We are going to win a lot of football matches this season for me. And it's going to be a fun season for us. It's going to be a season where we're going to enjoy it, I think. And I've got to give full credit to Daniel Farke. He has managed this Nonto and Sinistera situation to perfection. Tactically, he's been really, really good so far. He made good adaptations in the game. And yeah, he was just proactive about everything, and he deserved that 3 points more than anyone, really. And it feels like we're on the right track again. That's the main thing. Of course, there's still a lot to go. It is a championship. We have got a points gap to make up, but we have got to be going for top two this season. With the firepower we've got to be going for top two. The depth's concern, but you can't not be going for top two when you've got people like Sinistera and Joel Perot in your team, because they are difference makers at this level, and it proved to be. Cheers for watching, guys. Make sure you hit that like button and subscribe button as well. And please vote for us in the Football Content Awards for Best Club Content Creator in the Championship. The link is in the description down below. Please do check it out, guys. And that is my post-match reaction. Please watch out for our player ratings as well. We are going to bring player ratings back too, so do keep it posted. And there's plenty more to come. Cheers, guys. And check out CK's post-match reaction as well. Cheers, guys.